Over 60. Never touch these 4 worst vegetables, eat these 4. Instead, senior health roots. For years you've probably heard the advice. The more vegetables you eat, the better. But if you're over 60, the truth is more complicated. Some vegetables aren't just unhelpful, they can actually do real harm to your health. Many older adults believe that eating any kind of vegetable is automatically, but recent studies are uncovering a surprising reality. Some common vegetables may quietly trigger inflammation, spike blood sugar, worsen joint pain, and even accelerate cellular aging. One study even found that a certain familiar veggie could increase the risk of heart failure by as much as 91%. So are you eating the wrong vegetables without realizing it? You might be. They could be sitting in your fridge right now, bought with the belief that all veggies are healthy. But that mistake could be making you weaker, disturbing your sleep, increasing aches and pains. And no one's told you the real reason why. In this video, I'll show you 4 vegetables you should be eating every week to reduce inflammation, sharpen memory, and support digestion. I'll also reveal 4 vegetables you should absolutely avoid, even though they're still labeled as healthy by many. Before we begin, leave a comment and let me know where you live, because your local climate, lifestyle, and food habits all play a big role in which vegetables are best or worst for your body. Now let's dive in, starting with the best veggies to support your health and ending with the most surprising ones you need to watch out for. Number 4. Purple cabbage. The ordinary on the outside, extraordinary on the inside vegetable. Every older adult should be eating. Purple cabbage might look like just another cheap grocery item. Some even jokingly call it dyed cabbage because of its bold color. But don't let appearances fool you. This humble vegetable hides powerful biological tools that can help fight inflammation, slow aging, and protect your heart, especially after age 60. Its deep purple color isn't just for show. That vibrant hue comes from anthocyanins, the same powerful antioxidants found in blueberries and raspberries, often praised as superfoods. Purple cabbage packs just as much anthocyanin as those berries, but at a fraction of the cost and with a longer shelf life in your fridge. Anthocyanins don't just make things colorful. They act like a cellular defense team, shielding your body from free radicals, those rogue agents that quietly damage tissue, promote inflammation, accelerate aging, and weaken blood vessels over time. In fact, a 2020 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who ate more anthocyanin-rich foods like purple cabbage reduced their risk of heart disease by up to 24%. But the benefits go beyond heart health. Purple cabbage is also excellent for your gut, and as you know, after 60, a weak gut can drag everything else down. Its fiber and prebiotics feed the good bacteria in your intestines, helping digestion run smoothly, reducing bloating, boosting immunity, and improving nutrient absorption. Some seniors even report, "Since adding purple cabbage to my meals, I feel lighter, less bloated, and I sleep better too." And here's a bit of practical humor. Many people assume that cheap vegetables don't do much. Truth is, a small head of purple cabbage that costs just a few dollars can deliver the same health benefits as some pricey supplements. Don't believe it? Add it to your weekly routine and see how your body responds. Using it is easy. Want to preserve the anthocyanins raw is best? Finely shredded into salads, slaws, or fresh veggie mixes. Not a fan of raw, quick saute it with olive oil, garlic, or a bit of turmeric for a powerful anti-inflammatory combo. Just avoid overboiling it like spinach soup because all the color and nutrition ends up in the water. Bottom line, purple cabbage doesn't need flashy marketing to prove its worth. It quietly does the job fighting inflammation, protecting your heart, feeding good gut bacteria, and helping you feel lighter and stronger. If there's one veggie that deserves a permanent place in every senior's kitchen, this is it. Number 3. Okra, the slimy vegetable. That's actually a senior's best friend, I know. Just the mention of okra makes a lot of people cringe. That slimy stuff. No way, Doc, I've heard that reaction more times than I can count. One woman even joked half seriously, "Is that stuff just for greasing the digestive tract?" I had to laugh. But here's the thing, that very slime so many folks avoid is actually liquid gold for your health after 60. The slime in okra comes from a soluble fiber called mucilage, which forms a gel-like texture when cooked. That gel acts like a natural filter in your gut, slowing down how sugar is absorbed into your bloodstream. In other words, okra helps keep your blood sugar stable in a gentle, natural way. That's a big deal because as we age, our bodies start ignoring insulin, the hormone that moves sugar out of the blood. When insulin stops working well, sugar builds up, raising the risk of heart disease, stroke, and kidney problems. A 2021 study in Food Science and Nutrition found that people who ate okra daily for 8 weeks lowered their fasting blood sugar by over 20%. That's on par with medication without side effects. But the benefits don't stop at blood sugar. Okra is also a brain booster. It's rich in antioxidants like quercetin and flavonoids, which help fight oxidative stress in the brain. That means better memory, sharper thinking, and support for anyone dealing with mild cognitive decline. And if you're worried about falling or fractures, okra has more good news. It's high in vitamin K, which supports blood clotting and bone strength. Plus, it's a good source of folate, which helps produce red blood cells and maintain steady energy, something many people over 60 tend to lack. So how do you eat okra without getting turned off by the texture? Easy. Lightly steam it, toss it into soups or stews, quick, simple, and nutrient-packed. To reduce the sliminess even more, try soaking it in vinegar for 30 minutes before cooking. Want something crispier? Roast it, slice, toss with olive oil and a pinch of salt, bake until golden and crispy. It's a game changer. Bottom line, okra isn't flashy. It's not trending on social media. But it quietly works behind the scenes, stabilizing blood sugar, protecting your heart and brain, strengthening your bones, and fueling your body with fiber and nutrients. If you're looking for a budget-friendly, low-effort food that delivers prescription-level benefits, okra is it. Number 2. Beets, the blood red root, your heart and brain. Well, thank you for a pretty root. It's a powerful natural tool that helps relax and open up your blood vessels, which becomes especially important as we get older. As we age, our blood vessels lose flexibility, like old garden hoses starting to stiffen. That makes it harder for blood to circulate. The heart has to work harder. Blood pressure creeps up. Beets are loaded with natural nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that widens blood vessels and reduces strain on the heart. Think of it as a natural relaxation signal for your circulatory system, helping blood flow smoothly and giving your heart a break. A 2019 study published in Hypertension Research found that older adults who drank beetroot juice daily for 4 weeks lowered their systolic blood pressure by an average of 11 points. That's a significant drop, especially if you're concerned about hypertension. But it doesn't stop at heart health. Better blood flow also means better brain function. Your brain needs a steady supply of blood to stay sharp, focused, and clear. A 2017 study in the Journals of Gerontology found that older adults who drank beet juice before light exercise had significantly increased blood flow to the frontal lobe, the part of the brain responsible for memory and decision-making. So yes, beets help your heart, but they also help your mind stay clear. Even more, beets are rich in beta-alanes, potent anti-inflammatory compounds that work at the cellular level. That means less joint pain, less stiffness, and added protection against inflammatory conditions. They also provide folate and manganese, 2 essential nutrients that help your body make red blood cells and produce energy. If you often feel drained or low on stamina, beets could be your natural energy boost. How to enjoy them? You can roast them in the oven. This brings out their natural sweetness and keeps the nutrients intact. Or blend them into a smoothie with apple and ginger for a circulation cleanse. Pure beet juice works well too, just avoid added sugars. For convenience, look for pre-steamed vacuum-packed beets at the grocery store. Just slice and eat. Beets don't need to be on your plate every day. But if you're over 60 and want to support your heart, improve blood flow, and keep your brain sharp, this vibrant root deserves a spot in your weekly meal plan. Quiet, powerful, and scientifically backed beets are a natural ally for aging well. Number 1. Kale. The green helmet for your heart, brain, and bones. Have you ever picked up your phone to make a call only to forget who you were calling? Or stepped out of bed and felt like your joints had rusted overnight, stiff aching and slow to move? If that sounds familiar, welcome to life. After 60, memory starts to slip, bones and joints creak, and your heart doesn't beat with the same rhythm it used to. But here's the good news. There are simple, affordable vegetables that act like natural armor for all these issues. At the top of that list, kale. Kale isn't just for vegans or green juice fanatics. It's a true superfood for older adults, offering protection for your eyes, brain, heart, and bones. Let's start with the brain. Kale is packed with lutein and zeaxanthin, two powerful plant pigments that shield your retina and brain cells from damage. After 60, the risk of macular degeneration and cognitive decline increases. But a 2020 study in neurology found that older adults who ate more lutein and zeaxanthin experienced 32% slower memory loss than those who didn't. In other words, eating kale regularly can help you stay sharp, focused, and independent longer into old age. But kale isn't just brain food, it's also a natural heart medicine. It's rich in potassium, which balances out excess sodium to help regulate blood pressure. Plus, it delivers a solid dose of magnesium, a mineral critical for maintaining a healthy heartbeat, yet often lacking in older adults. A single cup of kale gives you over 600% of your daily vitamin K needs. Why does that matter? Vitamin K builds stronger bones and helps prevent osteoporosis and fractures. It also keeps calcium where it belongs in your bones, not in your arteries, helping to prevent dangerous blockages and heart complications. Kale also contains camphorol and glucosinolates, natural anti-inflammatory compounds that can help slow the progression of chronic conditions like arthritis, diabetes, and heart disease. One 2018 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that older adults who regularly ate kale had better brain activity, especially in memory-related regions. So what's the best way to eat kale? Skip eating it raw too often. Raw kale can interfere with thyroid function, especially if you have a history of hypothyroidism. Instead, lightly sauté it with olive oil and garlic for 3 to 5 minutes, or try steaming it, adding it to soups, or baking it into crispy kale chips with olive oil and a pinch of sea salt at a low oven temperature. And the final reason to choose kale: it's affordable, widely available, easy to store, and easily absorbed by the body. Unlike supplements, kale is something you can cook tonight and feel the real benefits. If you're making just one change to your diet this week, start by adding kale to your meals. It's not just food, it's your green helmet for healthy aging, guarding your brain, heart, and bones with every bite. So far, we've covered 4 golden vegetables, simple but powerful tools for protecting memory, balancing blood pressure, supporting digestion, and boosting heart health after 60. Adding them to your meals is a gentle but lasting way to help your body stand strong against aging. But when it comes to eating well, it's not just about what to add, it's also about what to cut back. Some vegetables look healthy, taste familiar, and feel like staples. But they could be quietly causing spikes in blood sugar, unstable blood pressure, and energy crashes after meals. Next, we'll uncover 4 vegetables that seem harmless, but may be hidden health traps if you're over 60. Not to scare you, just to help you stay aware, adjust smartly, and feel stronger every day. Number 4. Corn, a familiar or favorite. that's not so friendly after 60. To many people, corn seems completely harmless. It shows up in BBQ sides, salads, soups, and breads. It's tasty, inexpensive, and often mistaken as a healthy vegetable. So plenty of adults over 60 eat it freely without second thought. But the truth is, corn isn't as gentle as it seems, especially when it comes to blood sugar. Corn has a high glycemic index, which means it spikes your blood sugar quickly after a meal faster than some sugary breakfast cereals. That forces your pancreas to release large amounts of insulin to bring sugar levels down. Over time, repeated spikes like this can lead to insulin resistance, where insulin becomes less effective. This process is a silent path toward prediabetes and type 2 diabetes 2 conditions that are increasingly common in older adults and often detected too late. A 2020 study in diabetes care found that seniors who frequently ate high GI vegetables like corn had a 46% higher risk of insulin likely to develop heart disease. And it's not just about blood sugar. Corn is a simple starch which gives you a fast energy burst, then causes a crash. That drop can leave you tired, hungry, irritable, or mentally foggy after eating. Over time, it disrupts your metabolism and increases stress on your heart. So should you cut corn out completely? Not necessarily, but it should be eaten mindfully. If you enjoy its natural sweetness, have it in small portions and only occasionally. Don't treat it like a vegetable, and definitely don't make it a daily staple. Instead, try healthier, low GI swaps like broccoli, zucchini, lentils, or whole beans. Also be cautious with processed corn products, like creamed corn, often loaded with sugar-canned corn. Red labels for added syrup and ultra-sweet hybrid corn varieties bred to boost sugar content. Corn isn't the enemy, but it's a familiar food with hidden costs. Eating it without awareness is one big reason many older adults struggle with blood sugar, even while taking medication and avoiding obvious sweets. If you've been eating corn regularly and can't figure out why your energy focus or glucose is out of sync, and this may be your missing link, not to scare you, but to help you stay sharp, strong, and in control every day. Number 3, potatoes, a comfort food that's not so easy to live with. After 60, for many of us, potatoes have been a part of life since childhood. Whether it was a bowl of potato soup at dinner, mashed potatoes at Thanksgiving, or crispy fries with a burger. They're tasty, filling, easy to cook, and feel like home on a plate. That's why so many older adults see potatoes as a safe food, simple, familiar, and comforting. But as we get older, our bodies don't always see them the same way. The issue isn't the flavor or the tradition. It's how potatoes act inside your body, especially the fast starch they carry. Potatoes have a very high glycemic index, which means they send your blood sugar soaring soon after you eat them. Your body tries to respond by producing a big dose of insulin to bring sugar levels down. But if this keeps happening day after day, the system wears out. Your cells stop responding properly, insulin becomes less effective, and fat begins to build around vital organs like your liver and heart. A large 2016 study published in BMJ followed more than 70,000 adults and found that eating potatoes 4 or more times a week increased the risk of high blood pressure by 33%. That's something to think about, especially if you're already managing heart issues or taking blood pressure meds. Potatoes also fall short on fiber and antioxidants, especially when they're peeled. They don't offer the same protective nutrients you'd get from colorful veggies like spinach or carrots. Without fiber, they cause blood sugar to spike even faster, and that can leave you feeling tired, foggy, or hungry again soon after eating. How we usually cook them doesn't help either. Frying adds unhealthy fats and forms compounds like acrylamide that aren't good for your body. Mashing with butter or cream adds saturated fat and empty calories. Topping with salt, cheese, or bacon pushes the sodium and fat even higher, making things harder on your heart and kidneys. Even plain boiled white potatoes still act like sugar in your system if you're sensitive to blood sugar swings. Eating white potatoes too often over time can raise your risk of insulin resistance, nerve issues, type 2 diabetes, and heart problems. But that doesn't mean you have to cut them out forever. If you enjoy them, treat them like a side dish, not the main event, and skip the heavy toppings and fried versions. Want a better choice? Try sweet potatoes. They have more fiber, more antioxidants, and a gentler effect on blood sugar. Roast them with a little olive oil and cinnamon for a comforting, healthy side that's still full of flavor. In short, potatoes aren't bad, but they're not as innocent as they seem, especially after 60. A little awareness can help you enjoy them now and then without letting them get in the way of your health. Number 2. Eggplant, colorful, tasty, but may quietly cause trouble. After 60, ask most older folks what they think about eggplant, and the answer is usually the same. It's a harmless veggie, soft, easy to cook, low in calories. Some even believe its deep purple color means it's good for blood pressure. But here's the thing, not every veggie that seems healthy is a good fit after 60. Eggplant, while light and versatile, contains natural compounds that can be tricky for older bodies to handle, especially if you already have joint, nerve, kidney, or digestion issues. The main concern is a group of plant chemicals called alkaloids. In eggplant, two common ones are solanine and nasunin. These are part of the plant's defense system, but in sensitive people, they can trigger inflammation in the joints, gut, or muscles, disrupt nerve signals and cause stiffness, fatigue, or numbness, and increase oxidative stress, making existing health problems worse. A 2021 study in Frontiers in Pharmacology showed that solanine can worsen inflammation and interfere with nerve function, especially in older adults with chronic conditions. Many people with arthritis or nerve pain notice their symptoms get worse after eating eggplant, particularly if it's fried or grilled, since eggplant absorbs a lot of oil, and high heat can make these effects stronger. Eggplant also contains oxalates compounds that can lead to kidney stones, especially in seniors whose kidneys aren't working as efficiently. A 2019 study in Annals of Neurology found that older adults who regularly ate high oxalate vegetables had a higher risk of kidney stones. And then there's digestion. The spongy texture of eggplant can be tough on the stomach. Many people feel bloated or heavy afterward, especially if it's undercooked, eaten with the skin, or not soaked before cooking. Those with acid reflux or IBS may be even more sensitive. So should you stop eating eggplant completely? Not necessarily. But if you do eat it, it's best to peel it, soak the slices in salt water for 20 to 30 minutes to reduce alkaloids, and cook it thoroughly, preferably by steaming, stewing, or quick sautéing with just a bit of oil. Still, if you're over 60 and dealing with joint pain, nerve issues, kidney concerns, or digestion problems, eggplant may be best enjoyed in moderation or swapped out for gentler veggies with fewer risks. Number 1. Canned tomatoes, a silent danger. Hiding in the pantry. After 60. Most people think of tomatoes as a healthy food, and that's true when we're talking about fresh tomatoes. But canned tomatoes are a different story, especially for those over 60. They're not just a convenient ingredient. Behind that shiny metal can lies a hidden risk to your heart hormones and even brain health. Most canned foods today are lined with a type of plastic that contains BPA, bisphenol A, a chemical used to prevent rust and extend shelf life. But studies have shown that BPA is an endocrine disruptor, meaning it can interfere with your hormones. That's a serious concern for older adults since hormones like estrogen and testosterone naturally decline with age. When BPA gets into the mix, it can lead to more fatigue, easier weight gain, mood swings, and even irregular heart rhythms. A major study published in 2020 found that people with the highest levels of BPA in their blood had a 91% higher risk of heart disease compared to those with the lowest levels. And here's the kicker: tomatoes are highly acidic, which means they break down that BPA lining more easily than other canned foods. So every spoonful of canned tomato sauce could be carrying trace amounts of harmful chemicals building up slowly over the years. But BPA isn't the only concern. Canned tomatoes are also often packed with sodium. 1 cup of canned tomato sauce can contain over 500 milliliters of salt, nearly a quarter of the daily recommended limit. And when you use canned tomatoes in pasta sauces, stews, or soups, that number climbs fast. For older adults with high blood pressure, heart conditions, or kidney issues, especially those on diuretics, this hidden salt load can quietly strain the body. The good news, you don't have to give up tomatoes. The solution is simple. Choose tomato products in glass jars, or better yet, make your own sauce at home by roasting fresh tomatoes with garlic and olive oil. If you must use canned tomatoes, look for brands labeled BPA-free and rinse them well before cooking to reduce the sodium content. In short, fresh tomatoes can absolutely be part of a healthy aging diet, but canned tomatoes may be a hidden threat, especially for older adults with weaker immune systems, liver concerns, or hormonal imbalances. This one small change in your kitchen routine could help you better manage your blood pressure, protect your heart, and slow the aging process from the inside out. After 60, every bite you take is either building your health or quietly breaking it down. Now you've learned something important. Not all vegetables are good for you. Some truly nourish your heart, brain, and overall energy. But others, though they seem harmless, can secretly spike your blood sugar, trigger inflammation, and speed up aging without you realizing it until it's too late. The right vegetables help reduce inflammation, support memory, and naturally balance your hormones. But those fake healthy ones, they can weaken your body, disrupt digestion, and put extra stress on your liver and kidneys, all behind the scenes. The good news is, you're now equipped with real knowledge, and that puts you back in control. Let us know in the comments which vegetable surprised you the most today. And if you found this video helpful, tap the like button, share it with friends or family, and subscribe to the channel, so you never miss out on the latest tips. Your body deserves more than guesswork. Let's make smarter choices for a stronger, healthier, and happier life after 60.